Hey guys, welcome back to Seller Sessions live from Canton with Kevin King. Hey Kevin, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, Danny?
I'm good. So when did you arrive in this week or last week?
I got in last week. Actually, I've been here about 8 days or so, 8 or 9 days now.
Cool. And what you been doing in that time? I've seen some updates on Facebook and you've been speaking at some events. Do you want to give the audience a bit of a rundown?
Sure. Yeah, I came in for phase one. I spent a couple days sourcing at phase one here in Canton, and then I took the train over to Shenzhen,
Hmm.
where Brandon Young and I did a big talk for about 1,300 Chinese Amazon sellers in Shenzhen on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
All about reviews. The whole day was about getting reviews. Different speakers talking about different ways to get reviews,
Hmm.
and then we did a little mastermind. We kind of pitched it at the end there, and had about 64 people pay us an extra fee to do a private all day mastermind the next day that Brandon and I did.
Yeah.
And then after that, headed back over here to help Athena out with her China Magic
Yeah. So
trip.
you're a mentor on China Magic, aren't you?
Correct. Yeah, I'm a mentor for the phase two version.
Excellent. So what have you spotted anything at the fair? Not the stuff that you sell. I asked Lee Ran the same thing. Have you seen any crazy shit that no one would necessarily buy, but it's quite funny at the same time, or anything that you see breaking new ground?
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of the same products over and over. All the stuff that you need to stay far away from. That's in every other booth.
Mhm.
It's the fidget spinners of the day. But there's some really interesting stuff. The thing about the fair, though, there's some really cool stuff, but it's
Mhm.
just stuff you can't really sell online sometimes. There's everything here from animatronics, big, huge dinosaurs, for like theme parks, to motorcycles, to small things that you could sell easily on Amazon, to stuff that's just really cool and would maybe be cool in a store, but it's just not something that people are going to be looking for or searching for keywords on Amazon.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. And so what's been going on in terms of the mentoring? What kind of activities have you guys been doing? I know that sourcing by day, and then what's been going on in the evening?
Yeah, the way Athena sets these up is it's sourcing by day, so you can go on your own to the fair, or first couple of days usually she takes divides everybody up, and you get about 10 or so mentors here, and they'll take a
Hmm.
group of people over and kind of show them the ropes on how to source and kind of walk them through, give
Yeah.
them a little bit of guidance, and then each evening she does a big buffet dinner,
Hmm.
and uh, about 2.5 hours of training. So someone will make a presentation, like
Yeah.
last night. Keon talked about um, sourcing, and tonight I'm talking about product selection and keyword selection. And then after that, she'll sometimes organize little masterminds, almost like little hour like Q and A's. The advanced people go over here, and the more beginning people, go to a different room. And so it's,
Cool.
it's really really well done. And I think she's got the biggest group ever. I think this is her fifth one.
Yeah.
She got about 75 people here.
Yeah,
So
I think she normally takes about 50. But and what's good as well is that obviously we kind of work in a not dominated but a male industry. But it's good to see with what Athena's doing, she's able to provide a safe passage and bring people over to China. And there's a lot more mix in terms of the ladies that are coming out now sourcing as well, which is a good
yeah,
sign.
that's a very good point. You usually go to these Amazon events. You and I have been to several together, and it's about
Yeah,
9 guys for every one girl.
yeah,
But here it's pretty close to 50-50. So
that's
it's a,
great.
it's a really good mix, and like you said, a lot of women feel safe and feel good coming with her, and know that they're going to be taken care of from the female point of view.
Yeah, definitely. And so you're off to Hong Kong tomorrow. Bullet train. What you doing? How you getting there?
Yeah, I take the bullet train. There's a new bullet train that used to, it's about depends on where you're going in Shenzhen. This region, people don't realize it, from Shenzhen up to Guangzhou, this whole or actually from Hong Kong up to Guangzhou, it's about 200 kilometers or so, which is about 120 miles, between 120, 150 miles. It's 120 million people in this
Yeah,
region. And it's bigger than twice the size of the UK,
yeah,
population wise, in just this region. And so it's about depending on where you're going from Guangzhou to Shenzhen, it's 2 to 3 hour uh, drive by car, but there's a new bullet train that gets you there in about 35 minutes.
yeah,
That's just the Shenzhen.
yeah.
But you got to go on to Hong Kong. So yeah, I'm taking a bullet train tomorrow. And then Global Sources, which is a conference that happens in Hong Kong in between phases. Well, it's actually started now, but the main parts between phases two and three of Canton.
Yeah.
While they tear down phase two and set up phase three, got another conference which is much smaller, but the quality of the goods there is a little bit more unique. Everything is vetted Versus at Canton, you can just show up and pay some money and get a booth. But at Global Sources, they kind of a little bit more picky. So you find a little bit more higher quality and more unique type of stuff. And then in conjunction with that, they throw a Amazon conference for 3 days. I know you've been over a couple of times and spoke at it, so I'm speaking at that as well.
Yeah. Now, and there's also over in Hong Kong, it depends on the time of year. I can't remember which way round, but you've got the HKTDC up on Hong Kong Island. So there's normally that rotates with another one that escapes me now. But the HK...
There's a packaging show and something else over at the Hong Kong Convention Center around the same time. So yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a big party tonight here in Guangzhou at Chris Davey throws.
Yeah, you've been to a few of those. They're legendary, aren't they? I mean, he's grown them over the years, and he does 2 each time. So this is the phase 2 part, is it? And then he does a phase 3. Is that right?
That's correct. The phase 2 one's usually a little bit bigger. But there'll probably be about 150, 200 people tonight. It's like at a German restaurant with an outside sitting area and bar and stuff. It's pretty good. So kind of all the Amazon sellers in the space kind of come out of the woods, and you see all who's here. Yeah. And then you get some of the local Chinese guys come too, some of the factory guys, they call it black technology here. They don't call it black hat, the black technology people.
They've renamed it,
we learned that last week. It was pretty amazing at this event. It's 1,300 Chinese sellers. The fire marshal had to turn people away. It says too full. Mm-hmm. At the beginning of the conference, I had about 5 minutes for the Communist Party to come in and do a little pep rally where everybody's cheering and stuff. And I have no clue what they're saying, but the guy that runs this was explaining it to me. And he's like, anytime you get a group of over 1,000 people, it's mandatory here in China. The Communist Party come in. And then it was about 5 hours of it was a Sunday afternoon, about 5 hours of different speakers. We spoke last and did some white hat stuff, but everything else was total black hat. It was stuff that, I think the price to get in this was 50 RMB. So that's about $8 to get into this.
Nothing.
And the type of stuff, you and I have heard most of it before. It's nothing new we kind of know what's happening over there, through the grapevine and stuff. But to the average American, this is stuff they would be paying thousands of dollars, to go to some of the sort of events and learn. So it was it was just accepted as normal. It's just like, this is the way it is, and this is what you do. Yeah, and so we did our presentations, and it was well received. They were a little worried, and we had a really good translator that did all the translations for us. It slowed us down on the presentations a little bit. We had to wait for translation, so it wasn't live translation. Like sometimes you go like the event in the Ukraine or in Germany or somewhere, they have the headsets on, and they're doing live. This was like we speak, translate, we speak, translate. So, but it was good. It was an interesting experience, and a lot of people came to say, "Hey, this is needed here." We need to know how to do this without doing black hat stuff, and that's kind of why we're doing it. Some people are saying, "Hey, Kevin, Brandon, why are you going over there sleeping with the enemy?"
Yeah.
Why you? And it's amazing what they don't know here. Brandon had the people raise their hand when we were doing this private thing, said, "How are you sourcing products?" And the way they told us was just mind-boggling. It's like 2014. Yeah. There's a small group of people doing the black technology or the black hat stuff, and they're causing some problems. But the vast majority of people here are really not doing that. And they're just.
I spoke to Zach the other day. I had him on the show, and he's saying that it's a core 40 people, but it's a major operation. It's like not everyone like that is in China, but there is a core 40 people involved in the majority of the black hat that goes on. Yeah,
that's what we learned too. We think from the West, everybody from these Chinese guys, everybody's bad and dirty.
Yeah,
a lot of them aren't. They're just like us. They're just trying to get ahead and trying to make a little extra money for themselves. And but they don't know any different, because everything that's being taught here is by those black 40 or whatever, and this is the way we do it. And they see them, they look up to them as they're successful, so this must be how we have to do it. They don't understand.
So what you're doing is you're changing perception now and say, look, this isn't the only way. You can do it this way as well. So instead of people arguing like you're sleeping with the enemy, no, actually you're going in and educating people to say there's not just one way of doing things. You can do it the right way, or perhaps in the Western world the right way. So.
Exactly. And in a way, I think that may actually help people. It's almost like someone would say, when someone says, "Kevin, you're sleeping with the enemy," and I say, well, does that mean since I'm from the U.S. and I teach someone from the UK or Germany, is that the enemy too? I mean, is everybody your enemy that competes against you?
Yeah.
And so I think by showing them a different way and cutting them out of some of this black hat stuff and showing them, look, you don't have to be nasty. It makes it fair for everybody in a way. It makes it better for everybody. So you can actually, if you work hard and do things well and do things proper, you're not going to have some idiot come down, just slap you down and take your Amazon account down because all they know how to do is a black hat technique.
Yeah.
And you have, the market here is huge. Jungle Scout's very well entrenched over here, but most of the other Western software companies are not. They never heard of Helium 10 or Viral Launch or, some of the other big ones. And so if you look at the statistics, somewhere around 40% of all sellers on Amazon worldwide are from China.
Yeah.
So it's a huge market from an educational point of view.
Yeah.
But one of the things that surprised me was I thought they were all over China. But, I thought there's a bunch in Beijing, a bunch in Shanghai, all the big cities. And that's not the case. These guys that we were working with, that they're kind of like the amazing.com or the big course guys here, kind of the equivalent of that. And like, look at our WeChat groups. No, everybody is down in the South where the factories are. The vast majority are in this 120 million person region here between 4 different cities is where the vast majority of them are. So it's been interesting and learning quite a bit, and I'm speaking 6 different times over 8 days here at 6 different things. It's really busy schedule, but it's mixing East and West, and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it, enjoy helping people out. And today I even went down and opened WeChat's huge over here.
It's huge. They payment platforms, everything they use it for, don't they? So.
Yeah, and we're so far behind in the America and the UK and in Europe with our technology. WeChat is how you pay for everything. You go into a supermarket or you go in the store and buy a soda and some chips. You don't whip out a credit card or a debit card or give them some cash. You just show them your phone.
Yeah.
But in order to do that, you have to have a Chinese bank account. You can't be a Westerner, really. There is a little kind of a difficult way that you can do that, but for the vast majority, you can't do that. You got to have a Chinese bank account. So actually today I spent 5 hours at a Chinese bank. I had to go get a local phone number to set it up properly. I couldn't use my international stuff, and then go to the bank and actually set up a Chinese bank account in China so that I can have RMB and use WeChat and Alipay, which is going to not only make it convenient when I'm here, much more convenient, but as far as getting paid and paying people, but also when I'm in the US, if I need to order some samples or something, instead of having to send it by Western Union or some other method, I can just log on my phone and say, there you go, there's your 200 RMB, send me my sample, just because it makes it smooth the whole process.
Cool. Well, look, let's wrap that there because these are only bite-sized ones, because I'd like to give you a call in a few days once you get into Hong Kong and give us an update of the story so far from there as well, if that's okay.
That'll work, man.
Excellent. All right. Thank you for joining us, guys. Thank you for joining us. I'll be in touch again in the next few days. Take care.